Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the Rainbow Goddess YouTube channel. I'm so excited to be here today with each one of you who are listening. I have been guided to share an oracle reading with all of you. I know it's been a little while, and I have a new deck here. It's by Rebecca Campbell, and it's called the Ancient Stone Oracle. So I felt guided to pull a few cards to see what messages are most needed to be shared at this time to support each one of you with whatever it is that you're moving through. So grab yourself a cup of tea or your favorite beverage and yeah, just sit back and relax and open your heart to receive whatever is in the highest for you to receive at this time. I'm going to take a sip of my beverage. Just taking a moment to breathe and connect, to anchor in, to connect with your heartbeat, and to feel your heartbeat expanding with every breath, giving permission for you to receive the messages, the codes, the information, the guidance that is most supportive for you as you're listening to this. May you be surrounded in a container of pure light from Source, helping you to connect to your own heart wisdom, your own internal compass and guidance as I share these messages. May they spark a deep remembrance within you of your own ability to connect and to receive from your highest self and Source. I ask that everyone who received these messages also receive assistance in grounding and connecting into Gaia to repair any grounding cords or grounding mechanisms so that you can feel safe, supported, held, and protected from Mother Earth. And I also ask that as we connect and receive, that our own channels of light and communication be clear and free from distortion, free from blockages. May we fully receive and connect through our own highest self and through our own divine connection to Source. And may our hearts open and blossom as we receive so that we can also feel the divine love that is within our own hearts. And so it is. And just taking a breath and just feeling that release, feeling that connection, grounded, you are earthed, and you are ready to receive the messages that are here for you. All right, beloved. So let's tune into the deck. Let's see what is coming through for us all today. I'm really excited. I've never used this deck yet, just for myself, but we will see what comes in. You know what? Actually, I'm going to read the invocation first. There is an attunement. So why don't we start with that? All right, so you can close your eyes, place your hands on your heart, and just tune in to the energy of the attunement. The Ancient Stones Oracle Attunement. Come, come, ancient stones, come. Ancient ones, positive ancestors, you who were present long before me, and you who will continue after I've gone. I call upon you to activate this oracle to be a vehicle of healing, insight, protection, and grace. I call upon you to bless these cards and forever guide me to connect with the wisdom deep within. May I attune to ancient knowledge. May I be held steady by your strength and surrender. May I stay curious and grounded with every step. May I find the courage to walk the ever deepening way of the ancient stones. May these cards deliver clear messages and reflections to me and all who use them. May these messages and reflections be of the highest and deepest benefit for humanity and the earth. May these cards reveal what's unseen and act as gateways for me and who I'm reading for to connect with the wisdom deep within. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. It's beautiful. All right. So let's tune in. Let's see, what is it that we most need to know today? What is our messages? What would the ancient stones like to share with us? So the first card that I pulled is the cycle breaker. It says, "You'll get through it, cycle ending." And there's this beautiful image of three generations of women. You can see standing there. Mm. I'm really feeling with this card that our ancestors are drawing close and they're just reminding us how strong we are. Many of us come from lineages that hold incredible power and strength. And it's just that reminder that we can draw upon that inner strength and that courage within. I'm getting the symbology of the heart of a lion, just reminding you how courageous and fearless you truly are. And even in those moments when you feel that you're not enough or that how could you possibly move through this obstacle or this challenge, to remind you of the powerful lineage that you come from, that all of these beautiful men and women that stand behind you, supporting you, encouraging you to continue on, and that we're truly not alone. And I'm also being reminded of the strength that we can draw upon when we connect with the earth, when we connect with the stones, that the stones are reminding us that they're here to support us and that we can also call upon them to help us to feel their stability and their strength as well. And so I'm getting this reminder that, if you're moving through something that's really challenging or finding it really difficult right now, to go outside barefoot and find a rock, find a big rock that you can just really connect with, and to, call upon the consciousness of that rock to support you. Maybe you don't have a rock guardian right now. Maybe this is your reminder to find a rock guardian, whether it's, a megalithic rock in an ancient stone circle, or it's just a massive rock that you find in the forest that calls out to you. That taking time to connect with the consciousness of the stone people, which is really what this deck is about, is it's reminding us that there is so many codes and so much wisdom held within the rocks, and that our ancestors knew this. Our ancestors worked with the stones and the consciousness of the rocks, and that they worked in co-creation together. And maybe this is a calling for you to visit, a special area. Maybe you live by some really cool rock circles, or maybe there's just a really beautiful forest that's close by that has a lot of, ancient rocks, and that they're really here to support us so that we can remember just how strong we are, how capable we are, is what I'm hearing. You're so capable. And that there is a lot of encouragement that's coming in from the rock people and the stone people. And yeah, they're here to support us. They're here to encourage us. They're here to remind us of our strength and our worthiness and our heart. It's like the power of our hearts, the power that love brings. is enough to remove any obstacles, any barriers, and that you're actually here to break the cycles, to end the cycles that have perpetuated, suffering, and that have, we've outgrown them. We've outgrown a lot of these patterns. We've outgrown a lot of these ways of being. And it's time for us to bring in the new ways, which are really the old ways. As the, rocks are reminding us, it's the cycle of life. It's the cycle of growth and incarnation. We go through these phases. We go through this evolution over time, and things are always changing. And you can see that a lot of us came here to be the change makers, to bring about the changes that will be supportive, because many of us were around during the times where we had a lot of ancient traditions and ways of being that really worked in harmony with the earth and worked in relationship with the planet. And this is really what is being asked right now, is we're needing to extract that wisdom and to bring it back up to the surface. It's like a lot of this ancient wisdom is held deep within the earth, and it's held within the memory records of the stones and the tree beings. And there's many of us who are here to actually to draw upon and pull up this information, to receive it like downloads, so that we can share it and bring forward the teachings that were part of the old ways that we once had on this planet. I'm getting so many beautiful like images of like the druids, and the elders and the code keepers, and those of us who really worked with the energy of the planet and really worked with the consciousness of the rocks and the trees and the plants and all of these beautiful divine creations, and that we're here to bring it back into the everyday life. Powerful. I love that. I am loving the energy of this deck already. It's just bringing me back to like England, Ireland, Scotland. All right. What is our next message? What is it that we most need to know? What is most supportive for our beautiful soul family that are receiving these messages right now? Ooh, a lot of energy that came through that card, eh? All right. So this next card is called Temple, the wisdom within. It says quieten external noise. This is beautiful. There's actually like an ancient Egyptian sort of temple. Yeah, I feel this is actually like a continuation of the message from the previous card about receiving the downloads. So if you're listening to this, I feel that there is information, downloads, remembrance. I'm also hearing accessing the Akashic records and going to the ancient stone temples, whether through the Akash or through actually visiting sacred sites. For those of you who are listening, some of you are here to retrieve and receive this information because you're here to share and teach and bring about the wisdom of the ancients, of of the civilizations that carried and held this information. It might be part of your lineage, it might be part of your soul, um, your soul blueprint to bring forward this information. And so I'm seeing that some of you are meant to visit sacred sites and, maybe ancient Egypt, different temples to retrieve the information that's held within the library of these temples, and or just accessing it through the Akashic library as well, going into the Akash and retrieving information that you're here to bring forward. It's actually part of your soul mission. So if you're listening to this could be you, that you're meant to share ancient knowledge and wisdom with humanity. It's so beautiful. And to incorporate this ancient ways of being and teachings into your everyday life, bring it forward. Whether it's, praying upon altars, how to create sacred altars, how to connect with the divine, how to, work with certain plants and medicines, that this information, it lives within you. It lives within our hearts. We've just forgotten it, right? And so we need to get quiet. We need to go within. We need to connect and listen and clear our minds and release the clutter so that we can actually receive the downloads that are coming in. Ooh, there's like a lot of codes that I feel in the card itself. If you just look at the light and just connect and feel the codes, feel the frequency, feel the energy that's coming through. Hmm. And to remember too that just by being in nature and connecting with the codes of the sun, the codes of the earth, the codes of the trees, there's so much living light in nature, and that we can actually ask to receive the downloads and the codes that are held within the earth that are supportive for us, that are going to benefit us, and that are going to help humanity for the greatest good of all. Wow. Whew, there's just like so many beautiful like guides here right now. I can feel like a lot of your guides. I feel many of you have teacher guides that are like coming forward to help you remember and awaken to this like ancient knowledge and wisdom. Yeah. Yeah, taking that time to sit in quiet, to receive, to call upon, your guides that are here to support and guide you to awakening and remembering what you're here to share, what you're here to bring, what you're here to remember. It's so beautiful. Okay, this is amazing. I love this deck. Thank you, Rebecca Campbell, for all of your beautiful cards and oracle decks. I have been so drawn to her work since the very beginning. I love all of her decks. They're just so magical. Oops. See what card fell on the floor. All right, so the next card says pave your own way. It says leadership, courage, forge, don't follow. And there's this beautiful woman who's climbing these stones, and she's got her eyes set on the top of the mountain. Yeah, I feel this is each one of you listening to this. It's that reminder that we all came here to be our own leader. And it's powerful when we can really stand in our truth and who we are and what we're here to do, and to remember that no one's path looks the same, that everyone is here with a unique purpose. And it's like that reminder, we're here during ascension. This isn't just some run of the mill lifetime, you know? It's like, no, we came here to create change. We came here to really bring forward something that's very unique to you and your soul's evolution, and that each one of us has something special to bring to the table. So, what is it that you're doing to share your unique light? What is it that you're doing to bring forward your gifts and to leave a legacy that's beautiful, that's going to support the collective? I feel like so many of us, before we incarnated, we just had such a burning desire to support and help humanity rise and to help humanity grow. And that so many of us have experience as teachers, as healers, as oracles, as leaders, as way showers, and that we chose to come down here and share our gifts with the world. And I think when we don't believe in ourselves and we doubt ourselves and we decide not to step up and do anything, when we just sit back and think someone else will do it, someone else will, write that book or teach that course or create that workshop, then we're doubting our ability to bring through what our soul came here to do. And I think we all came here to share wisdom in some capacity, wisdom that we all have access to. But some of us, we have such a deep connection to the divine, to our own soul's truth, that we remember how to access it. We remember that when we open our hearts and we ask to be of service and we invite our soul wisdom to come forward, that we actually have so much to share, that our souls are just itching to really be seen and to contribute in some way. That's what I'm hearing, contribute. And it doesn't have to be in the way that you think. Sometimes it's just taking that first step, climbing that mountain, not knowing how you're going to get to the top, but you just know that if you keep moving forward and you keep trying, that eventually you'll get there. And so there is just so much encouragement that's coming through for all of us to courageously pave our own way and forge our own path. Again, it's just like the heart of a lion right now. It's like, be fearless. If you knew you would be supported, what is the one thing you would do? If you let go of all thoughts of limitation, all doubts, all worries, all fears, what would you do? What could you do? What would light your heart up? And that's really what this card is saying. Take the first step, trust in yourself and the divine, and know that you're capable. You can do whatever it is that is calling you. I love that. All right, let's draw one more card. Let's conclude this beautiful reading with one more message for each one of you. because I'm just having so much fun. This deck is incredible. All right. What is our final message for each one of our beautiful brothers and sisters listening to this video? What is it that they need to know? What is it that their guides would like to share with them? So the card is Be the Mountain. Slow and steady foundations, patience. Yeah, big mountain energy coming through with this card. There's so much wisdom held in the mountains. If you have a mountain in your area, I invite you to find out its name and begin calling it in, asking for the wisdom of the mountains to support and guide you, to share with you its wisdom. I love this card because with this wisdom, slow and steady foundations and patience, it reminds us that what we're here to create and do, it's going to take time. It's going to require a strong foundation and it's going to require patience. So if this is you, you've been at something for a while or you've been trying to build something, whether it's a business or a project, and it's just not coming to fruition and you're like, what's going on? I'm doing all the things, nothing's working out. Is this not what I'm supposed to be doing? The mountain energy is reminding you that you're building the foundation, that it takes time and patience to cultivate and grow something that's going to be huge. Remember, it require if you're building something that's massive, and maybe you don't even realize the reach or the impact you're going to have. Just think of the strong foundation it needs in order to grow to what it's going to be, right? It requires you to take a step back and to trust the process, to trust that every step you take, every move you make, now I feel like this is becoming a song. It requires you to trust the process, to trust that, slow and steady, one brick at a time is how you build the house. It's how you build the foundation in order to build the walls, which eventually will have a roof, right? It just requires time. And rock energy really understands that because think how long the rocks have been here and how long it takes for them to take shape and become who they are. It's a slow process, and sometimes we really want things to be quick. We want things to be fast. We want it right now. We don't want to wait. It's taking too long. We're impatient, and that energy just won't support the growth of what it is that you're here to create. So if you're finding yourself frustrated, like you want to give up, what's the point? Nothing's actually manifesting the way that I had hoped or dreamed of. I have this big idea, this big vision, but it's just not happening fast enough. The mountain energy is reminding you to trust the process, that it takes time to grow, to be what you envisioned it to be. It's not going to happen overnight. Do not give up on it. Do not give up because just think, what it could grow into. Just think about the beautiful impact it could have if you just keep going. If you just keep adding more love and more beauty and more amazing magic to whatever it is you're creating, that one day you'll look back and you'll be like, wow, look at this masterpiece that I've created. Maybe this is your life's work. Maybe this will take a lifetime, right? We don't know how long things take to grow and flourish and become all that they are, but there's a deep surrender that is needed and required for anything great to become what it is. Don't give up, is the message. All right, beautiful souls. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in to this video and receiving these messages. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you like this video and let me know which card resonated with you. I always love to hear from you. I read all the comments and I send each one of you so much love. And I hope you have a beautiful day from my heart to yours. Namaste.